Nam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swamine Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. It is quite presumptuous and even audacious for me to be standing in front of you, Srila Prabhupada, and your disciples. But because they gave me the order to try to say a few words about your departure, I will probably further aggravate the situation by saying that our generation, the second generation of your disciples after your direct disciples, in some way is even more fortunate than your direct disciples, because a few reasons. Number one is that we have been spared the pain of being witness of your departure from this world. For us, fortunately, this pain is ethereal. But the second blessing, the second fortune that we have is that we have inherited you, Srila Prabhupada, through the hearts of your disciples. There are so many people who met you in person, and they were not fortunate enough to fall in love with you, to dedicate their lives to you, to your service. But those devotees who stayed, and many of them are here today, they have distilled Srila Prabhupada, and they have presented to us Srila Prabhupada as he is. And we can see your glory, your true glory, in the qualities of your disciples, their dedication, their sincerity, and their willingness to give and sacrifice anything for your service. So, having met you in their hearts, we, myself included, couldn't help but fall in love with you and try to emulate their example by at least learning from them how to best serve you. And the third glory, I would probably just read your own words, because I cannot even hope to speak about your glories in my own words better than you did in yours. There are 3 quotes, and I'll not probably, if you please forgive me for reading 3 quotes in a row of Srila Prabhupada's words. Number 1 is, actually it was in Australia in 1976 in Melbourne. Maybe some of your disciples were present during that conversation. I at least met one devotee who was present during that conversation. After the class, one lady in the audience asked you a question. She said, Srila Prabhupada, would you please explain why Krishna consciousness hadn't come to the West until now? Why it hasn't come earlier? So Srila Prabhupada responded, because you were not born. After your birth, we have come here to take you back home, back to Godhead. Now, take this opportunity, come with us. We were waiting for your birth. So, this laughter actually is the best award, the best justification for me standing in front of you. I'm trying to say a few words. Thank you. So that's one thing. That Srila Prabhupada came, he waited for our birth, and he came to get us all back to Godhead. And the second statement, Srila Prabhupada said, in Mayapur 1976, again the same year, Prabhupada says, therefore he said, he referring to Prahlada Maharaj, Tad Britya Rishi Vakyam Britam Vidhatum, Rishi Vakya. Even the devotee or the servant of Krishna says something, even if it's wrong, Krishna upholds this. Kauntaya Pratijani Hinami Bhakta Pranashiti. So even if it is wrongly done, still Krishna fulfills, because he thinks, well, my servant has promised, it must be fulfilled. Therefore, Prahlada Maharaj in the previous verse said, Tava Britya Parshva. So to serve the servant of Krishna is better than to serve directly Krishna, because if the servant of Krishna promises something, if the servant of Krishna says, I'll take you to Krishna Loka, you must go there. And then Prabhupada says, even Krishna cannot do that. He can, I mean to say, but he doesn't say that very easily. But if a servant, yasya prasada bhagavat prasada. So this is the second quote in which Prabhupada gives us assurance and hope. Yes, and I'll conclude with the third quote. That the third quote is, in my eyes, is the pinnacle of what we are celebrating today. Srila Prabhupada writes in a letter to Brahmananda Swami, he says, regarding your request for your deliverance from the clutches of Maya, please rest assured of being delivered because we have captured the strong chain of disciplic succession. This chain is coming down from the highest platform, Krishna, just like a rope comes down the well so that anyone who may catch the rope from any position is sure to be delivered. So our aim should be to not give up the rope. We must capture the rope very tightly. Then our deliverance is assured. And then Prabhupada continues with something extremely consequential. He says, so far as I am concerned, in relationship with my disciples who are so kindly cooperating with me in the matter of my rendering service to my spiritual master, for them I'm always ready to come back from Goloka Vrindavana if they are not delivered along with me. I'm ready to come back from Goloka Vrindavana. So don't be worried about the clutches of Maya. So this last quote is what I would like to end with. We know who to hold on to. Prabhupada's disciples who are being delivered by Srila Prabhupada because of their kindly cooperation with him in the service of his own spiritual master. Thank you so much. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Madana-mohan, Prabhu.